Years ago, Rose Kennedy, President John F. Kennedy's mother, tells a story of how she had fame, power, everything a woman could ask for. She says she was very selfish, and one day a baby girl was born into her family. The doctors told her that that baby had severe retardation and would have to be institutionalized all the days of its life. She became angry at God. She began to blame God and said, "God, why did you let this happen to me?" Well, she had a Christian maid, and that maid came to her one day, saw that she was just filled with bitterness. It was killing her. It was destroying her life. And the maid said, "Mrs. Kennedy, it may not be my place, but why don't you try praying this prayer?" She said, "Why don't you ask God to make your heart a manger that Jesus could be born in?" Well, Mrs. Kennedy was furious. She fired the maid right on the spot. She said, but that night, she couldn't get that prayer out of her mind. She got up on her knees late at night and she prayed that prayer and she said, "God, forgive me. I'm full of bitterness. Let my heart be a manger that the baby Jesus could be born again." She said, up to that time I knew about God. I knew Jesus, but I knew him religiously. I didn't know him personally. And that prayer changed my life. The bitterness left. Love and joy and peace came into my life. I rehired my maid. And it occurred to me as I recalled this story that maybe this Christmas season there's somebody out there that's full of bitterness. You're blaming God for things that happen in your life, circumstances you have no control over. Why not pray that prayer this Christmas season? Why not say, "God, make my heart a manger that the Lord Jesus could be born in"? And if you do, you'd fulfill the words of the prophet Isaiah in chapter 9, verse 6. He said, "Unto you a child is born, unto you a baby is given." I pray that this Christmas you'd pray that prayer and you'd replace that bitterness, that anger, being mad at God with love, joy, and peace. And you'd receive God's gift this Christmas in your life.